Okay, go ahead.
So last session, we began the session on the banks of the River Styx, just a little ways away from Shield Point Prison, where we had just left rescuing all of the people. Grace actually sent Pavel a letter, and he got a new spell, Grace's Guarding Gum, which allows us them to send the folding letters, the little flying letters, a little bit more securely. Pavel sends to Respin, telling him that his apprentice had been destroyed and the drow had been rescued, and Prokofo wants you to clear out your chambers, and that we're on our way to Respin. We're going to take the drow to Respin, which is what Apocrypha also. She was cool with that. She wanted to do that. Respin was like, he said, "I can tell you speak the truth. I will be ready for you," which is like so cryptic. But anyways, we went and got we actually went. I think we had to jump back in time for just a second because we role played through Lahiri. Here's an imp named Jazzy for you, and at first Jazzy was like all reverence and said it was a great honor, and kind of scared. But Lahiri was all like, "I'm not one of Zariel's," and then Jazzy was all like, "Do I have to?" But yeah, Lahiri now has an imp named Jazzy. Let's see. So Pavel kind of explained the Find Familiar spell to Lahiri. So Jazzy and Jazzy volunteered to make a contract, and for the first time, Tamila used one of her bells of litigation to help with the contract, so that Lahiri would get a good deal. And a little pixie appears, and the little pixie appears in hell, and is going to help with the contract that Lahiri and Jazzy have agreed to. So now Jazzy is employed by Lahiri. We head towards Respin. Let's see, we had me and Shadow on the bike. Vin was in the boat with most of the drow, and then Spinch actually drove the Maggie because Chugga was exhausted from all the updates that he did. As we traveled from the Shield Point prison down to Respin, Vin spotted a giant building with like a rudder, almost like a boat that had crashed into the side of a mountain. It seemed very destroyed, and like it would take a lot of time and people potentially to repair, and looked very devilish in nature. We decided not to investigate it right away. It was definitely different than the Modron thing, but it was not too far from the Modrons. We eventually arrive at Respin's. There was a wonderful scene where he greets her on Respin greets Apocrypha on his knees, begging for forgiveness, and offers her the tower and his chambers. And it appears she did not forgive him. He appears to still be unforgive him, but she didn't kill him, which I think everyone took as actually a pretty good resolution of that. Vin collected his boat. Pavel casted Tiny Hut, and we spent the evening there and got a long rest. It was a pretty full Tiny Hut. We took watches in pairs. So Pavel and Lahiri took the first watch. They could see the Modron's crash site. They spotted like a little satellite dish that like popped out and like came up and then like just went back down. Lahiri asked Pavel how he was getting on with Vin, and Pavel said that Vin was very powerful. I think remembering the fight at Shield Point Prison. He asked her how spellcasting's going on. She said she tried to cast Prestidigitation, and it kind of half worked, which was really good. It's a really good sign. She's kind of learning magic. Pavel spent some time communing with Shar. He was a little uncomfortable and told her that there are all these people that want to like learn magic, and Pavel wants to teach them, but he's not very good at pretending to be something that he's not. And I do think that I could be a good teacher, but I'm worried I'm giving them over to her, meaning I think Mistra, and not to you. Is there any way that I can teach people magic, but also teach them the Shadow Weave? And he got kind of an answer, got a feeling that that he can teach them to use a Shadow Weave and to be more towards Shar and away from I wrote Mistral, but I thought it was Mistra. and that would be good for her. She needs more followers, and she wants more followers. But in order to do that, he needs to teach them more than just magic. Needs to teach them her ways, collecting secrets, embracing shadows, and things like that. And I think Pavel went to bed happy after that encounter. The next watch was Spinch and Crikey. They go and checked on the chickens. Spinch suggested how to make like a roast imp. We still have the other imp, not Jazzy, but the other one in a bag. And they talked about how they were going to get some eggs and get it all crispy and roast up an imp. I'm not sure if the imp is alive or dead in the bag. Like, it was a little bit unclear based on conversations. But apparently they didn't have enough eggs, so they're waiting another day until they have enough eggs from the abyssal chickens to do this.
The imp is knocked out, and Spinch has to knock him out again every hour.
Okay, good to know. Oh, okay. Let's see. Spinch noted when Pavel went to sleep that he was really pleased, like something really good happened. Spinch, during his rest, also noticed that Apocrypha was kind of watching this from the tower, kind of just stealthily watching from like a hidden location in the tower. And that's a little weird. And that, she's just in the shadows watching us. They talked a little bit about how Apocrypha had charmed Spinch, and that maybe it was love at first sight. And that whenever someone wants you to come over, they leave a light on. So that was really that. But at some point, Crikey said he doesn't know much about drow or women. Then Tamila and Jin took a watch. Apocrypha was still watching throughout the night. The weather outside was really hot, but because we're inside the Pavel made the dome, we were okay. Jin and I practiced shooting a little bit, and I made some arrows. And then the last one was Vin, Chugga, and Meepo all took a watch. Vin noticed when Apocrypha stopped watching us during Vin's watch. And Meepo had to redo his mohawk spikes. But the next morning we get up and we're ready to go. Spinch asks Pavel what made him so happy, and Pavel said it was because Lahari was learning prestidigitation. Pavel used sending and twinned the spell to send to both the Night Mother and Shady Sea. He told them that we had helped devotees of Loth, and that they want to return to the Underdark. Shady Sea responded that any information they have about this area or about like the Underdark when they get back would be helpful to their organization. And the Night Mother said that Loth was also of darkness and that they could ally with them. We decided to travel contra Abyss, which is westward to the Fire Plains. When we got to them, we came to this area where there were like the bits of tar on fire that would occasionally burst into like tornadoes of fire. But we were able to navigate through it. Eventually, we approached this large platform, this 20-foot tall iron scaffolding, where they are torturing the nasty, fleshy-looking thing. This is where Belle wanted us to go. And our goal is to extract information from the creature to find out where Belle's adamantine rods are. Here already was a jackal-looking fiend. That we had met another one previously, but not specifically this one. And he also has. They also had some chain devils here. The monster in the middle talks to Pavel in his mind and promises 3 questions if we release him. Very obviously no promise not to kill us. It offered Pavel a taste, and Pavel asked for information on Zariel and her fall. And it tells him before she came with the army long ago, back when Avernus was a paradise, there was an ancient battle between gods and devils, and she was a great warrior there. She had a commander named Chazkiel, I believe, but he abandoned Lathander for Asmodeus, and Zariel tracked him down and found herself in a fight too difficult to to overcome, and that's where the information ended. But definitely some interesting insights on that. We were very cunning, and we devised a triple cross on this this monster. We told it to pretend to that we're going to release it, but then we would kill the arcanaloth and the chain devils. If it promised to answer 5 questions, then Pavel will banish it back to the abyss. Like that is the base plan here. We're gonna release it and kill the arcanaloth and the chain devils, and then it's gonna answer 5 questions, and then Pavel will banish it back to the abyss.
Just really quickly, how we got there, I think, is that the arcanaloth proposed a deal where he wanted to pay us 3 soul coins to get the information from the sibriex without releasing it. Our imp friend that Bell gave us when we were walking up, told us that these guys are kind of failures. They've been here for a long time. They haven't gotten results. So we can just kill them if we want to. And we kind of, the whole triple cross thing was, how do we get them? Because we did, consider just, telling them to go home. Right? Yeah. To just leave. But we were trying to figure out, well, how can we get these 3 soul coins? I don't think we came up with a way to get the 3 soul coins, but we basically, I think our goal is to just loot them afterwards for their stuff. And we kind of got to a way that we can trick them into practically letting the sibriex out and free to help us fight them without, and that's kind of where we are. You're probably gonna finish that.
You're good. So it has 10 chains, and the artwork has 11, but it has 10 chains, and basically we don't want the arcanaloth and chain devils to start interfering. So we convince them that we were actually double crossing the other thing in order to so that they wouldn't do anything, and they let us undo 5 out of the 10. So that's kind of where the double cross goes. But the arcanaloth thinks that we're tricking the abyssal creature, but really we're tricking the arcanaloth. And
where we ended is the jig was up. We just released the 5th chain, which we according to our deal with the arcanaloth, we weren't supposed to do at all. We just released the 5th chain, and they noticed that and they're ready to fight.
So I think the other important thing is if you enter into the green sphere, you take a shit ton of damage from the abyssal thing. So we're trying to find out ways to release the chains without doing that as well. We do think that y'all could tank it a little bit, but that is but that's coming from the abyss creature doing it. We also know that the arcanaloth is going to hurt hard whenever he attacks, just as a FYI, but we don't know what that is yet. And I think we agreed as a team that we are going to target chains first so that the creature can do the brunt of the attacking. It can probably free itself now that more than 5 chains are gone, but I think it helps it to get free if we can break more of the chains.
Yeah, and Sally is out. Sally is on the opposite side, who is immune to the type of damage, which is poison, and Sally was able to undo the chains for us.
Okay.
Sally was, yeah.
Oh, it's poison damage? Okay.
Poison damage, yeah. Which I think you did take poison damage last time, so if you were immune, yes. I couldn't find your sheets.
In the future, monks are immune, but that's a higher level thing. That is not a thing quite yet. So the damage I took is correct. Okay, that's important to know.
Yep. That was my tip from it. So
yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I don't think I wrote it down well enough, but I believe, have some explodey arrows that are that we made from. Do we made them from Icar or from something else?
It was from the corpse stamp and your existing fire arrows. We kind of combined those to make force arrows.
So those in this particular fight will help with the chains. So I can also get some of them that way too. And Sally, of course, will continue to get them too. So if y'all could just draw their fire, is probably like the best thing to do. And then also be thinking about your question. I think we had vaguely talked out of game about we have to ask where Bell's adamantine rods are, but then probably we each get one question. Someone ask more, but
yeah, you can
I will say I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say I do have a question in mind, but we can decide on 4 if we would like to as well.
I came with 4 questions just in case.
I do think that there's a good chance we're gonna free it, gonna kill the arcanaloth and the other 2, and then it's gonna be like ask your questions while actively trying to murder us. So just everyone be prepared for that too. There may not be time to to coordinate, but we'll see. Potentially.
Awesome. Okay, as you might notice, the turn order is up. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Someone gonna roll spinch or run spin?
I can if you guys need me to.
That'd be great.
Add you back.
I have no. Such a bad roll.
Who's running Spinch?
I can. I might just need access. That's it.
Okay, cool. Let me get you access. Okay, you should be able to see it now.
Okay. I may need access to the token too, or I could just drag the token on if you want.
Yeah,
and then we'll just have to replace it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just got it. I got it. We're good.
Oh, too late. Okay. All right. So,
All right.
and then did you
I
roll?
will working on rolling initiative for him. Wants to load up here.
Oh, Pavel, do you have a piggy?
Piggy, I sent really far away. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. I sent Piggy out of fireball range.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this thing called again? A Strix, I think?
Sibriex.
Sibriex.
The spelling.
Sibriex.
Okay. All right. So up first is one of the chain devils. So he is going to animate chains. So what this will do he's going to reconnect 4 chains.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we might need to target them instead. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that is his action. Then.
Okay. I really can't hit them from there too well. Unless I dart. I do have... You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out... I have 1 dart of stunning left. I'm going to try to stun this guy.
Okay.
If I can first.
You roll an attack, right?
Yep, I roll an attack first, and then he makes a save if I hit. 23.
Oh yeah, that hits. And what's the save?
Okay.
Oh, con save.
Con save DC 17.
Okay, that fails.
Okay.
He's stunned for 1
See,
second.
he's stunned around, and then I'll just pull out another dart and toss it at one of the chain devils. I don't really have much else I can do right now from range.
Okay.
I'll throw it and then I'll back up a little bit and just. Nope, here, that's the wrong one. 13 would miss though.
Yep.
So, I'm sure. So I'll just back up.
Okay. All right, it's the sibriex's turn. He is going to spit bile at one of the chain devils, the one that just acted. So it needs to make a dex save. Fails. And he takes 35 acid damage.
Oof.
He is already torn up skin and melting and bubbling. Okay. And does he have a multi-attack with that? Okay. Then he's going to use one of the chains on him that's loose to attack twice. 13 misses, 24 hits. Okay. He's got this, this guy is looking really rough now. All right, Pavel.
All right, Pavel is going to cast Mage Hand on this chain.
Okay.
There we go, that way. However that works. Yep, Mage Hand to move that up. So that's an action, and then I don't think he's going to use a bonus action this turn. He's just going to back up a little bit more.
Okay.
And then he's going to command Sally to run around, and I think Sally can do 2 chains. So Sally runs over here with an action, unhooks this chain, and then runs over here and unhooks this chain, and we'll use the rest of her movement to kind of get closer to the next chain.
Okay. Great. All right, Lulu. Can't do much from range. What's the range of Bless?
60 feet? 30 feet?
30 feet. All right, who's in 30 feet here? Okay, she's gonna bless Spinch, Pavel, Tamila, and Shadow.
Hey.
I didn't mean to close that.
Oh.
Come back.
Mhm.
All right. One of the chain devils is going to go ahead and use his animate chains for 4 chains. Okay. Camilla.
Okay. I feel like if I get 2 undone, it'll just be redone before the sibriex's turn is next. So I'm going to shift gears and try to target the chain devils instead. So I'm going to shoot at them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so just two arrows. Do I get sneak attack because they are next to the sibriex?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, thank you.
He's scanning them.
Cool. And I guess there's no reason not to Hunter's Mark. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Hunter's Mark as well.
Good.
So let's see. Hunter's
which one?
Mark. Go ahead.
The
and
wounded
put
one or
that-
the other one?
Let's do wounded one first.
Okay.
Is that the top one? Perfect. Okay. That is a bonus action. So it's still 2 arrows. Arrow number 1 with bless.
Yes.
Nice. And then I just get sneak attack once, right? I'm sorry. I feel like I should know.
Once per round.
And then I also, is bless just once, or is bless stay on?
That stays on.
Okay. So arrow number 2.
Okay. He is looking like he just needs one more arrow.
Okay. And that is her turn.
Awesome. Okay, he is stunned. Spinch.
All right. Okay, so this one is the one that is almost damaged, the one up top.
Uh-huh.
I think Spinch has some hand axes. I think we're just going to throw those and try to take that one down.
Okay.
And Spinch is blessed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Check that box.
That hits.
18?
Yep.
For 5.
Okay.
And then we'll do one more attack with the hand axes
Nice, that hits.
for another 7. So just 12. He
That
can't
is a lot.
offhand or anything.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, so we got one down. Awesome.
And I guess Spinch.
Okay.
I think Spinch, I'm going to have him shift to here because I have some ideas for next turn. But I think taking on Chain Devils is definitely. Well, you know what? No, let's keep him close. So let's have him shift just there, just back a little bit.
Okay, this one is dead, so let's remove him. Vin.
Okay. Let me ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Here, if Vin can easily move up to here, he's not in the zone here. How hard is it to undo one of these chains?
Would it work do it? So
okay,
not too hard. It's like a hook that it's hooked on that you can just
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like Vin could with his stick unhook it?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah. All right, so Vin will undo that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 20 feet of movement there. Let me switch over to Vin. So I forget how much movement he has. Oh, he has so much movement. So 35, 45 to here. He'll bonus action, spend a key point to Step of the Wind. 10, 20, 30, 40. Is that in or out of the zone there? I try to undo that one.
It's less than half. I'll say you're out.
Okay, and I'll undo that one, and then I'll just spend my last 10 feet going around this way.
Okay. Awesome. All right, he is going to do the same multi-attack. So, file, chain. Quick save. Okay, so. I just accidentally just took the middle roll for it last time and didn't actually roll it, so I'm going to roll it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you see more acid burning at the Chain Devil, but the chain attacks missed him.
Okay.
Pavel.
Okay. Well, with Vin on chain duty, Pavel is gonna try to help take out this Chain Devil with Magic Missile. So I'm just gonna do a first level Magic Missile.
Yeah.
Did that go?
I haven't seen it yet.
That didn't go. It didn't ask me the spell level to do.
No.
Okay, maybe it's broken. Do I have it over here? Okay.
It
There
means
we go.
it's extra for you.
All right. And how many is it? 3?
This many.
I wasn't counting.
It was 3, yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you for the
And
example.
then and then we're gonna command Sally to undo this chain and come over here and undo this chain. And I guess run back around this way to the one that Finn probably can't reach.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So, Lulu, she just wants to stay with someone. She'll stay with Spinch. And she'll give Spinch the help action.
Nice.
Okay. Chain Devil.
Is Jin with us? Surely Jin's with us, right? Maybe not.
Oh.
She probably stayed with the car. Never mind, she stayed with the car. Right?
Yeah.
I just
This is
assume
not
unless
her
you
thing.
say, yeah, they stay with the car.
This was not her thing. The other thing was her thing. This one's not. her
Mhm.
thing.
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay. Okay, so Chain Devil. So yeah. Just double check. Yeah, he can continue to reanimate his chains, so he is going to reanimate 4 chains. And that is his turn, though. Camilla.
All right, I'm going to transfer Hunter's Mark over to him. I'm actually going to turn on the button so it rolls this time. I forgot last time. But sneak attack against the Chain Devil.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, ooh, 18
That
to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
So bless helped.
And then,
Mhm.
nice. And then the second one. Yeah, still Hunter's Mark, I think.
Yeah.
There's no sneak. Yep, cool.
Awesome. Okay. Staying there, right?
That's my turn. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, his turn. Pablo, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
No, because I counterspell.
Okay. It is 7th level. So what level?
Okay.
Counterspell.
Third.
You have to do the roll then, right?
Okay. Okay.
DC
So
17.
is it a intelligence? Is for
Yes.
like a
Ability
DC
check.
equals to 10 plus the spell?
A spellcasting ability. So.
Okay, so just
Straight
without
intelligence.
proficiency. Yeah,
Mhm.
without
Mhm.
proficiency.
Mhm.
Okay.
can
Yeah, of course I
can
can.
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
Mhm.
not today.
Close.
Okay, Constitution.
Yep.
Okay, I might be dead. If this is no. Oh, it's level 7. I have no idea what it is.
Oh,
Nope.
well. You might be dead.
Take 56 necrotic damage. As he
56?
points a finger at you, and as you, I assume, fall, he will
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
Aw.
Terrible laugh.
Yeah, Pavel's on the ground.
Yep. All right, but that is his turn. Will he stay there? I think he will stand. No, he'll just double checking. Yeah, he'll stay there. That's fine. Okay, Spinch.
Okay, well, Spinch sees Pavel go down and absolutely is running over to him.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, he can't quite reach, and I don't think he has any ranged healing. Could be wrong, but I'm going to double check here. Yeah, he just has Cure Wounds. He does not have anything else. So I'm going to just say that Spinch is just going to spend his whole turn running up to Pavel, for sure.
Okay.
I feel like that is very Spinch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that will be it for him.
Okay, then it's you.
Okay. I want to make sure I get something clear here before I start making dumb decisions. Is this a raised platform at all up here, or can I just like walk out onto it?
Yeah, this is the ladder here.
Okay, how high up is it?
Let me double check. I think it was 40 feet, but I'm checking.
40 feet? Okay. Oh, that's really high up. Okay.
Sorry, I should have had this.
No, you're good. And then...
Okay, just 20 feet, sorry.
20 feet up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sorry,
then...
ignore me. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna have to do math and measure. So 40 up to there.
Mm-hmm.
I can really only would get to there, and then I'd have to dash there and then there. I could do it. Could do it. I just couldn't do enough. I don't think that I could get back out. That's the issue. It's 40 to there. Oh, you know what? I can just do it, I think. No. I forgot I have to add 20 for the ladder. So I'd only be able to get to there, and that's not going to help us. Right now, this sibriex or sibriex is doing a lot of damage to these things, so I think we're just gonna wait it out. I'm gonna go here, undo the chain again. Bonus action, dash around, undo the chain again here, and then I think I have just about 20 feet more of movement, so I'm just gonna just keep running around, I guess. So I can make it to here, I think. And that will be Vin's turn.
Y'all still there?
Yeah, I was about to say I can't hear Ash.
Yeah,
if they're
sorry.
saying
Yeah,
anything.
the sibriex is multi-attacking the chain devil. With the bile and the loose chains that you've loosened up. And yes, he is able to take out this chain devil on this round. All right, Pavel, you know what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Lulu is going to run over, or fly over, because she's flying. And she is going to cure wounds. She has 2 a day, so 8 healing to Pavel.
All right.
Okay. This guy dead. Tamila.
All right. Do I see Pavel wake up?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, seeing Pavel wake up.
4 hit points away from instant death.
Ooh, jeez.
Squishy wizard! Oh gosh, you need more.
So
hit
squishy.
That was a big spell.
God.
That was a big boy spell.
Yeah. I mean, it's 7th level. I would hope that's the biggest he has.
Okay. So I'm still hoping that, like, I think.
Oh my god.
It was finger at death.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Finger that. Yeah, finger death. Okay. Sorry. Okay, targeting the chains. With the. So I don't think I care about damage. We just care about the DC to hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna mark them off, but they're the exploding arrows. And again, don't care about any of that. Would it help if I cast Zephyr Strike? I think what that does is it just does more damage, so I don't think it I don't think it would make a difference on unhooking the chain, right? Just to have something that hits a little extra hard.
Yeah, I think it also makes you faster.
Give me advantage. It gives me advantage on the attack too.
The advantage might be helpful because it's gonna have for a ranged attack on it. It does have a slight, but you already have bless, so I don't know if you want to use it for this. I think the bless.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it for the advantage. It gives me nothing but the advantage.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move or anything because I gotta stay by my torch to light the thing on fire. But yeah, it'll.
Okay, great.
Concentration, and it gives advantage on only the first one of the two. Okay. Okay, here we go. Explosive.
All right.
And we'll do these 4 on top, or I guess these two we'll do these 2 up here. All right, 1.
Yes.
Okay. Yay.
Good one to use it on.
It's important for me to do the effect. We're gonna do the effect. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we'll do this second one over here.
Okay, roll it. Yeah.
It's better. Yay! Okay. Okay. That is her turn. She is down 2 explodey arrows.
Awesome turn now. Okay, so how does this spell work? I don't get to play with big spells very often. Right.
Oh, so that second one was not an advantage, so it was just a 24. Because the advantage is only on 1 spell.
Alright, so...
Or on the first shot.
Yes. Okay, this will include... this is going to include Spinch, Lulu, and Vin, and Pavel.
Counterspell.
Okay. You're going to need a roll.
Yeah, okay. Counter...
DC 16.
Intelligence. Here we go. Sorry, I'm still on TGM.
Yeah.
13.
Dang it.
Okay.
Okay.
We need
What check do?
Dex save.
Okay.
From the 4 of you. Sorry, including.
Okay.
Lulu.
Spinch. There's Spinch, and then I'll switch over for Vin. I'm
Does
assuming
being
that
prone do anything to this save?
No, because it's an attack roll. There's no attack roll. I mean, it's just a save.
I thought it was a disadvantage, but I could be
Creatures
wrong.
only the same. I have disadvantage on attack rolls and attack rolls against. So there's nothing about saving throws in here. So no, I can just roll out of the way, and it's fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vin's gonna be fine. Don't worry, Tamela. I can hear your angry cooing. I have some things. I think I know what's happening, and I have some things.
Okay. I wonder if I could do an effect for this. Yeah.
There's an explosion one.
It is lightning.
It's a
damage,
glow
which I'm not
one.
seeing, but
Oh yeah.
Probably missile and then like frost maybe.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You see
you can't do both.
chain lightning explode on Pavel, and then 3 bolts branch off of Pavel to the 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta roll the damage. Okay, DC was 17, and we have fail. Everybody fails. So everybody takes 42 lightning damage.
I'll take half of that because of evasion.
I've already used my reaction, so I can't. Okay. Okay, Pavel's down again.
Okay. Vin is
Do I
still
see
up.
Spinch go down? Did Spinch go down?
Finch is
Fill up.
looks worse than Vin.
Okay.
Okay. And you hear
We're laughing.
another laugh.
Mhm.
And he is going to try and make sure he is out of range of this guy. So he is going to move. Could put him in Vin range though. Does he do it?
Oh no, he doesn't know about Vin range
That's
though.
true. That's true. Yeah,
He's only
so
seen me undo chains and throw darts.
Yep. So he's gonna go down here because he's more scared of the sibriex at the moment. Okay. All right, and that is his turn. Spinch, go ahead.
Finch is up. Finch is gonna heal Pavel.
Okay.
We'll just say, Finch will. Let's just do lay on hands. Try to save some spell slots just in case something else happens today. So we'll do 10 lay on hand points into Pavel,
Thank you.
which is double what Spinch has. So,
Oh boy.
and I don't think he really has any bonus actions that he can do for right now.
Do you have second wind?
He'll. Oh, I do have second wind. You know what? That's a great call. Second wind is a good call there. Let's see. Do we have a button for second wind?
That I don't know.
Here, let me just. I think this auto rolls it. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so 11 total back. So that brings it up to 15. Nice.
Awesome. All right, then it's your turn.
Okay. Oh man, Vin is hurt pretty bad. And I don't think Vin really has any potions of healing. Actually, he does not. He has 0. It's an action to do that. I don't know if I risk it for the poison effect. I don't think I can. Man, I don't think I can quite get there even if I dashed. So I think that Vin is just gonna run 10, 20, 30, 45, and then he'll just action dash to make his way kind of over to this other chain that he can kind of undo for right now.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I can get right to there and that will be fine.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Let me check the range on his bile. I think he can spit the bile, and then he can. Oh wait, no. We have 5 chains out, right? 1, 2. All right. He's gonna try
Yes,
to
5 chains.
escape. Awesome. He got a 19, which is more than he needed. So he is now free from the chains. He uses his entire turn. So we no longer have to worry about chains. He is totally free. Okay. Paddle.
All right, Pavel is finally gonna get up, and sort of pat a hand on like Spinch's shoulder in thanks as he like walks around. I get about 15 feet to here. I'm going to use a bonus action to convert a 2nd level spell slot into 2 sorcery points. And then with my action, I am going to use those 2 sorcery points to cast darkness centered on, like, I'm going to cast it on my robes, my mini pocketed robes, and that'll create a. Oh wait, no, it can't be darkness. Fuck. Okay, I still do that. I still want those sorcery points,
Okay.
but I need this to be fog cloud, so I need to do a first level fog cloud.
And what size is that?
Let me put it in. Okay, so it is a 20-foot radius sphere of fog, and I am putting it, kind of there, in between
Move it.
me and it. Maybe I pull it back a little bit. I wanna make sure that Spinch knows where the corners are, and he can step into it if he wants to, or be out of it if he wants to. So I'm going to put it there. But I'm going to create some space that's heavily obscured, can't see through it, kind of just around myself.
Did it disappear?
It did
Yeah, I don't
disappear,
see
yeah.
it right now.
Oh, weird.
Sorry? Oh.
There it is.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. It just disappeared. Is that where you wanted it?
There were 2. I want it one to the left. I want it here. There's like 3 of them. What's going on?
Oh, weird. I only see one now.
At least
Okay.
one too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think I deleted the extra one. Okay, I'm just gonna put them
Gotcha.
all where I want them, which are which could take a second. They're all on top of each other, and I can't click on them.
Oh no.
Okay, I think that's it. There we go.
Cool. Thank you.
And now I can't reach Pavel.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
On the
Yeah.
That is
map layer now,
There
and
we
just let me
go.
know when it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, it doesn't move.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lulu is fine. Tamila.
Well, so Tamila has some explodey arrows.
She does.
She does. I do not have a button for if they do anything extra. Would they just function like regular fire arrows, or would they do a little more if I shot them at the arcanaloth?
Yeah, they'd be like, we'll do a d6, force damage.
Okay. 1d6 force. Yay. Okay, checking that on. And is it in addition to the fire arrow or instead of?
Instead of, yeah. Because as soon as it hits, it explodes. There's no fire. Yeah.
Okie dokie. And then I think I lost Hunter's Mark, so I'm going to recast Hunter Mark on the arcanaloth. I don't think I can target the chain, so. Well, I targeted something.
Zephyr Strike.
Oh, concentration.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Thank you. You said it much better than I did. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And then Hunter's
through.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Arrow, and first arrow, and then I should have the explosion.
Oh, we probably aren't blessed anymore, though.
Oh, am I not blessed anymore?
Oh,
well,
yeah, Lulu
because-
fell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lulu. Okay. So just +2, not +4. So
Okay.
it is, and then it's also not advanced. It's just normal. So it's just 20. And then yeah. Okay. And then there's one more arrow.
Okay.
Yep. And then yeah, that one should be better. That. And all out of force arrows. Exploding arrows. I gotta do the effect though. Gotta go boom.
Yeah.
And boom.
Nice. Thank you. Okay. What's he gonna do? Still feels okay. This would be so crazy. Okay. He's still mad at Pavel.
It's gonna be really bad.
Pavel, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh wait,
Does he need to
have
see him?
you. Yeah. Oh, he can't see
He
you.
does. Yeah, he can. Haha.
Vin.
Oh no, that's worse. Charisma saving throw, you said? Not dexterity, that Vin would prefer. Okay, well,
Yep.
let's see how this goes. Natural 20, though.
Wow.
That's about as good as I can get.
Alright, what was his spell save again? Okay.
17?
Wow. You're very lucky. I'm very happy for you.
Good.
You notice Vin like shifting out of reality for a moment, but you, with your will, you manage to stay steady here.
Nice.
Oh, this is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Yep. And he is going to
That was banishment. You were going back home.
Yep. Honestly, probably the best thing that could happen to Vin. Not the, like, overall, like, oh. I know where I need to be to do this thing. I can just wait. All right. Okay. Spinch. Spinch is gonna heal up Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay, great.
Spinch will just do cure wounds this time.
Okay.
Spinch will spend an action doing that.
Yes.
We'll say Lulu's pretty hardy. We'll say it's at second level.
Okay.
Cure wounds. Here it is. So just 8
All right.
on Lulu.
Okay, then it's your turn.
Probably blubbering because he's now had to heal. Now, like, he's seen
Everybody.
Pavel die, and then Pavel die again, and then Lulu die. So there's probably
Yeah.
a lot of crying during this whole
You see
thing.
Lulu's crying and thanking him too.
Yeah.
Just a best over there. Actually, I guess only Pavel might see this. Barely.
Pavel cannot see through the fog cloud.
Okay. Just Spinch
There
and
was,
Lulu.
there was no counter spell to help Vin.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so glad you rolled a nat 20. I did not want to figure that out.
It would have been really funny for a while. Well, to be fair, you still have to concentrate on it for like a minute.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, there would have been.
assuming that everyone survives and this thing loses concentration within a minute, we should be okay.
That's true.
There would have been a lot of magic missiles to try to break concentration. You just has to low roll once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Vin's turn.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay. Let me think here. You know what? I feel like Vin doesn't know anything. He knows most devils don't like fire, but this one is different in some way. So maybe this one is okay with being burned alive. Vin is gonna run around to here, and then as an action, I'm gonna pull out my alchemist fire vial I have, and I'm gonna throw it at the arcanaloth and see if I can just catch him on fire.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you just want me to make like a dart attack roll? What would you like me to do? See if I hit.
I think it's just a dexterity without proficiency.
Dexterity without proficiency. Okay. See what I can do here. Oh nope, that's just.
Yeah, you all see a little bit.
That thing's just gonna be on fire.
Yeah, you see the ground a little bit on fire for a moment.
Oh,
This
here,
is-
hang on, let me.
Oh, you're gonna put it. Oh, the like
Well, we
the
might as,
boards.
well, here, we can do that, but I was gonna do the,
Yeah, yeah. you
or
see the...
which one? What was the one that was the pooling? This is the one.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Just a little, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Mhm. You see little tiny fire on the wooden planks up there.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, and I guess I'll just pull out a dart and I'll attack too, just to see if I can hit it this thing at range. Nope. Vin's not doing much today.
Oh,
Vin is just
no.
attacking
That
randomly.
felt really weird. That whatever that was that happened to you, that was weird. It caught
Yeah,
me
that
off
was
guard.
weird. It threw me off a little bit.
Okay, his turn. He will. Ooh. He is mad at this guy. He's gonna move up. Vin, I need you to
Vin.
make a what is it? Con save.
Okay. 16?
Okay. I'm just double checking if this is on when as soon as you enter it or at the beginning of your turn.
Mhm.
Okay, never mind. It's at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
You can keep that roll though, but
Okay.
nothing happens right now.
Great.
It just his like appearance and smell and everything just starts to make you feel nauseous as he gets closer.
Mhm.
But he's gonna do his multi-attack. And we need a dex save. Okay. Awesome. Sorry, my voice. The bile definitely, let me double check. Actually, acid is half damage. So, you see the bile, hurting him, but not, doing as much damage as it did to the chain devils. Okay. And then he misses with both of his chains, and yells out angrily. Okay. Pavel, you hear the yelling.
Yep. Pavel is gonna make his way to the edge of the fog cloud and poke his head out where he can see the arcanaloth. And Pavel is gonna do another magic missile.
All right.
Simple damage.
Roll it.
So that's 4, so that's 12 bolts of force.
Nice. Okay.
And Pavel then runs back inside.
Yeah.
And yells at Sally to run around and take a shot at the arcanaloth.
Okay.
Sally's still here, so Sally runs around to like here. And I mean, this might have some modifiers for cover, but Sally will shoot Sally's shot. 21.
Right? Yeah, that hits.
We go, Sally.
All right. Couple points of damage as the his hide seems to be pretty resistant to her arrow, but doesn't hurt. I mean, it helps. Okay, Lulu is going to move. She's gonna fly, so she's like here-ish. Is there a good place where she can be in 30 feet of everybody, or no?
Well, she'd have to get like
All
2
right.
more spaces up.
Maybe in the fog cloud, like if she went one in, one down.
Tamilla's just outside of it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Like-
just enough. Sort of. Nah.
So the one next to it.
This is good. Yeah, we'll do this.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right. So yeah, all the PCs have bless.
Bless. I like bless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tamila.
Okay, Tamilla's gonna shoot at him. I feel like, did someone else attack him with fire? And did he seem like he's like resistant to fire like normal devils, or did he seem like he's?
I think we missed with the alchemist fire.
Yes.
Yeah, we missed.
Oh, so we don't know.
He was resistant to the acid.
You know what? I'm gonna shoot him with fire arrows. I never get to use these, and I had it set up so I can to shoot the explosion one. So yeah. Okay, fire arrows that sneak attack because the sibriex is within 5 feet, and bless and Hunter's Mark is still on him. A lot of buttons. All right, first one. So bad. So bad.
Wow. Yeah, unfortunately that misses. The damage was been great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on that, oh my gosh. Okay, so second one, I think I keep sneak attack on until I hit. So
Yes.
yeah, so second one.
Oh.
Oh, one
so
better.
bad.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Unfortunately,
It's
yeah.
a 5.
He's pretty nimble as he dodges both arrows.
Oh, good. But that is her turn.
All right. Okay, his turn. Okay, what does he want to do? Okay, he is going to try and cast Fear on the sibriex. And what is that save? Do is save. Okay. Okay, the sibriex is suddenly doesn't look as fierce as it once did. As its eyes goes wide.
Dang it.
And then does he have any bonus action type stuff? No, that's it. Okay, sorry. Spinch.
I don't know, but Spinch knows what to do. Spinch doesn't know what's happening with Vin because of the fog cloud and doesn't know anything else, so we'll just say 10, 20... Just go 30 to there, and then I think that, like, maybe... I don't think he wants to get too close to this thing because it's clearly moving. So we'll just say... We'll just hold... You know what? He'll cure wounds himself because he is hurt. He does need health.
Okay.
Just at first level, he is looking in bad shape, even with second wind. Well, that's all 3 to him.
Oh.
But he'll just be ready to run in and go help Finn if he goes down.
Speaking of
Round
Vin,
3.
at the start
Yeah.
of your turn, let's see what.
I would have
Okay.
bless, so I don't know if it was the 16 and then I add
Yeah, roll a d4.
17. I don't know if that helps or not.
Let me double check. No, it's not enough, unfortunately.
Okay.
So, wait, is that the right number? Oops, I rolled the wrong dice. So. Okay, you take 16 points of poison damage from the nastiness of this creature.
Okay. Yep, I'm down then.
Okay. And then on his turn, he has to drop what he's holding. So you see him drop the chains, and then he has to run 30 feet away. I guess a dash. What is his movement speed? Oh, it's a 20-foot hover. Okay, so he would get over here.
He can hover for 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. This is all of mucus just hovering away.
Yeah. You just see it slowly
Kinda
sliming
slowly.
away. With all of its might, as fast as it can go. All right. Pavel.
At least we know we can outrun it if we ever had to.
Okay, so Pavel is actually out of potions of healing. Just checking as Pavel comes out. He sees Vin down, checks his pockets, and says something under his breath before launching another magic missile at the arcanaloth, which should
This
be
time you
3.
see him throw up a magical shield
Ooh,
and
okay.
block the missiles. Because I
Okay.
forgot he had.
Do I counterspell as a counterspell? It's my last 3rd level spell. I think I do.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna counterspell the
that's an
counterspell.
instant win, no roll. Yeah. So
Yeah.
your missiles go through.
Counterspell the shield. The missiles go through, and so he needs to make 3 concentration checks against like
Fear?
2 damage. Okay, 12. So 4 and 4 and 4. And
That was
then
concentration. What's the
It's just 10
it's
for these.
yeah. In this case,
okay.
it's 10.
Actually, he rolled a 7 on one, so yeah, he is no
Okay.
longer feared.
Cool. And then Pavel is going to expend a sorcery point to quicken and cast Toll the Dead on the arcanaloth.
Oh, okay. That's Swiss or
That's wisdom, yes.
okay. 11. So that go ahead. And
Okay,
match.
nice. Where here it is. So it should be it's 13 necrotic.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Just gotta double check his resistances, but yes.
Okay. And then Pavel goes back into his safe space.
Nice.
His comfort zone.
Right.
Okay. Lulu is up. She has 1 more cure wounds. So flies over to Vin, cure wounds. 7 healing.
Nice. Back alive.
And she says, "It's not a devil, but we should kill it."
Which one?
This one. Both of them, actually.
Yeah,
She mentioned this guy.
technically, yeah.
It's funny.
You're up to Miller.
Same as last turn, trying to hit it with fire.
All right.
Shoot. And
Oh,
my god.
jeez.
Alright. And the other one.
Okay.
That seems
hits.
better.
Better.
Yeah, that hits.
Still
Nice.
a 7, yeah. Okay,
I don't think
good.
you get sneak though. That's the only thing.
Oh, he's not near me anymore. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's
it's
true.
it's only 9 damage, I think.
Okay.
Yep, so the first D6, that first 4 take off of the 8.
Okay. He is coughing up blood at this point, and no longer laughing, as he begins to cast a spell that Pavel can't see and disappears.
That's kind of what went for us.
I don't know if he'll answer our questions if we don't kill the arcanaloth. That might have been part of the deal. Also, there's 3 soul coins on that dude. Just say that FYI, things Vin would know.
Yeah.
Why don't Vin, Tamila, and Spinch make an Arcana check to see if they recognize the spell?
Yeah.
17 for Vin, which is pretty good for him.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And bench. Let me switch over. Just 10.
Vin, you don't think you've seen a lot of invisibility spells? You don't think that was what this was? You think it was like he was moving into a different place.
Maybe he'll blink
Okay.
back.
Yeah, maybe. All right,
Okay.
Spinch, I don't think would know that. And probably just thinks it's the end of initiative in his mind. So it's probably we'll just say for roleplay purposes, Spinch probably just goes over and like starts hugging Vin.
Yeah.
So happy that everyone's alive.
Yeah, we can pause initiative right now. As this guy doesn't seem to be attacking. He just hovers back to
Just
out of
curiosity, do I
range, but closer a bit.
did I lose my hunter's mark when he blinked out? Like, did it just go away?
What's the range on Hunter's Mark?
Let's see.
There's not really a
I'm gonna put
range.
I'm gonna put the spell description into.
hour.
Yeah, I think there isn't
Yeah.
a range. I
It
think
just tells you where it is. I think the only thing that might happen is if it's on the same plane.
Yeah. I mystically mark it when it was in 90 feet.
Okay, so you would have advantage on any checks to find it, yeah.
Justify, but yeah, I guess I don't automatically know where it is.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so if nothing happens and we let it, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Let's go
Maybe
ahead
it like
and see-
dimension.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm just speculating. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was gonna say just let's take a 10-minute break.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Cool.
What did Jimothy's character think doesn't exist?
No, it was me. It was the player. So we knew about that there was a radius around the sibriex where you would take damage, and I thought it was going to be way bigger than it was, and I was like, so I just kind of was like, oh, if we're already here, and we can see it and we can communicate with it, and it's not killing us, then it just isn't killing us. We just walked into the poison sphere anyway.
That was a fun moment last term. And it wasn't just like the first person walked into it. No, we all four of us completely stepped foot inside the radius simultaneously. It was fun.
Great.
It was a special moment for sure.
Seemingly out of combat for the moment, the sibriex approaches and telepathically says, "I have been released. Now, questions you may ask."
So who's going first for questions?
We cannot forget the adamantine rods.
Let's maybe start with that one. Let's just start with that one, just in case he dies, in the middle of this speech.
Is he talking to all of us or just to Pavel?
Yeah, he sends a message to each of you. Yeah, so he has a link to any of you wants to ask.
I feel like Pavel's kind of been leading the charge before previously.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask about the rods?
Sure. Where are Bell's adamantine rods?
They were in a flying fortress, which crashed into the mountain.
We saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you drew as a boat here. He'd like to
Gosh, back and forth. Oh, we're right here. This is where we are.
Okay. Right here, yeah.
Yeah, we're close enough. We could probably just go get those, and then
we're doing this. We're doing these questions telepathically, so that the arcanaloth doesn't get to eavesdrop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless he can detect.
I mean, if he's detecting thoughts from wherever he is, that Vin doesn't think is invisible. I mean,
kudos to him. Can I look around? Can I just post out and to the horizon? There any sign of a little creature about 300 feet away or something like that?
Yeah, go. Do a perception.
What is that? Oh gosh, perception.
You have advantage. You have advantage because you have Hunter's Mark on him still.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, sure. We'll do advantage perception with the plus 2. 16.
You don't have any idea where he went. He doesn't seem to be in the nearby vicinity.
Well, we're sending the sibriex away at the end of this. So, at the very least, once we are done with our questions, the worst case scenario, he's hunting us, which...
I mean, the absolute worst case scenario is he goes and magically transfers back to Bell and tells him something bad about us, and Bell kills Chugga, right? That's the worst case scenario.
And I don't think that's likely. I bet he there's also a very good chance that Bell is just so you didn't get any answers, and then you just came to tattle. I feel like you're just gonna die instead.
Yeah, the imp Bell sent with you, Bellacross, says, "I can talk to Bell."
Tell him that we are gonna go get his rods for him, but maybe wait. Let's get through the questions first, then we'll do that.
Okay.
You can let him know that we know where the rods were.
Okay. You see him thinking pretty hard. Bell says, "Hurry up."
Sounds about right.
Yep, that's about right. Yeah.
All right. Does it? Well, I guess would we have? I don't know if we probably didn't have time to discuss this beforehand. Are we doing individual questions? Or are we doing 4 questions altogether? So I don't think I have 4 questions, but Pavel, or I guess Jimothy,
I do.
You do. Okay.
What
are your
I
4
have a-
questions? I have a question on my own.
Okay.
I also have a question I would ask, but I am also okay giving up a question if someone else feels like theirs are more important.
Yeah, you guys can chat it out.
The most important question to Pavel that Pavel wants to ask is which of the warlords would be capable of, or who in Avernus would be capable of, like, bringing a horde of werewolves from Elturel to the surface of Avernus. So that's his number 1 priority question. His second question is what became of Jezequel, who is the person that we heard about who fell, who was an angel commander that betrayed Lathander and began to serve Asmodeus, and Zariel pursued, and they had gotten a big fight, and Jezequel got away. What became of him after that? The third is how is Zariel using her armies? And then my last question is, I just want to know a little bit about the Plane of Fire. There's a portal to the Plane of Fire near Tiamat, and I want to know what lies between this portal and the City of Brass in the Plane of Fire.
So, if Tamila got a question, she would ask about being able to permanently destroy Amdusius, the devil that has a contract over her.
And Vin. Oh, go ahead.
That's all. That's all.
Okay, Vin's question would be, because I don't think he has a name for this person yet. The guy who he's supposed to fight or engage in some way at the Colosseum, who likes to fight with fire magic. What does he want out of life? I don't know if he'll get a good answer for that, but that's what Vin would probably want to ask.
I'm wondering if Spinch had a question and Olivia's not going to get her chance to ask one.
We
might reserve a question for her.
Yeah, we can retroactively do that one next session. But yeah, you can do the next 3 for now, and then we'll pick one with Olivia next session.
So are we good just everyone asking their most important one, or does anyone want to sacrifice their personal one to ask about, like, Zariel or Chaz? Or the guy's name is Chaz, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that at least for from Vin's sake, I think there's been very little information about this person, and if he can get information about, like, what he actually cares about, that would help Vin. And I don't, outside of, like, going to the Colosseum and asking questions, I don't know if he will get answers. I feel like for the Zariel one, I feel like we could ask the right questions even in certain areas that we have friends and maybe get some answers now that we have names.
Then I have a perhaps better way to get the answer to your question. Because the sibriex has a lot of knowledge, but I think the reason why you think maybe that doesn't know about this guy is because I think it may not be, like, old enough to be in the sibriex. Right. I don't know how the sibriex obtains knowledge, but it seems like
and it's also like a personal thing where where I was thinking of it just because, again, I wasn't here, so I was basically like, oh, if they know any about everybody here, maybe they know this.
I have 2 more Seelie gifts of knowledge, which I think would be, if the sibriex can't might not know your thing. I'm sure that the gift of knowledge would be better at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you oh, go ahead.
Do you also want to potentially use the questions for things like, what Grace is working on in the tower? Saying it'd be cool to get a flying tower, or possibly being able to for us to be able to like teleport or magic or something like that. I mean, he might be able to give you like a spell scroll, Pavel, or something like that, and teach it how to teleport if that's a thing.
I think Grace's tower might not work. Only again, it's the recency thing, and it's also it was part of El Terrell that came here. It wasn't something that was in Avernus and then like has always been in Avernus.
But it could be like give us a secret to.
Yeah. The most effective teleportation spell for us is going to be teleportation or circle of teleportation. Teleportation circle. That's a 5th level spell, so we're 2 character levels away from being capable of that. And I, by way of what is it called? I'm just going to will it into existence that it's in the Master of Conjurations spellbook, Bear No Maze spellbook in that we'll get from bringing Tabilla to Tiamat.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trusting that it's there.
Or maybe Mordenkainen can maybe give it to you too, potentially.
Mordenkainen can also maybe give it to me.
Yes.
In terms of like the mysteries of the universe and stuff. Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are Lulu where all my parts are for my machine?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Ooh, that's a good.
What are we still missing for the machine?
So we need to go back to the moving city, the city. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Whenever the one person comes into the barber, Red, I think the hag Red, in order to get one part. We got one part from when we picked up the blue monkey.
Yes.
I have to go so high up in my notes, y'all.
Well,
Give me 1 second.
Wasn't the adamantine things one as well, or am I thinking of something different?
Oh, were they actually? Okay, so we need a Nirvanan cog box, which is used in Infernal.
We're hoping the mode.
We need a Heartstone, used by night hags to infiltrate dreams, which I believe we're going. Which I believe what we're going for the red. I believe we need the red hat for. We need the astral pistons, which I think we got. We got the astral pistons.
Yes.
I think we even got extra ones to put into the Maggie, but we also I think we have the pistons. We need the Philocesian sand, obsidian sand panted from jagged rocky plains of Philios, the 4th layer of hell. So let's see, the Heartstone was Maggie.
So I guess we could ask where that.
We were supposed to ask about it in Mahadi's Emporium for more leads. I don't think we did.
Okay. Well, then when we go back there for the Red Hag, maybe we can ask about that. So we don't need to necessarily, but we could use a question and just get the answer right now. Because like, what if the answer is like, oh yeah, it's also on that ship.
Well, then hopefully we'll find it when we go to the ship.
Right. I was thinking of a more complex answer than that. That was probably a bad example, but yeah.
Right. You're right. It's 100% a thing of like, what if we need to go to some random place and no one else knows.
I'm good with holding off on my question and hoping that Pavel's thing would help more if we can find out where the sand is. Because I do think that is important.
Really wish we had asked at Mad Maggie's.
Well, we need Chugga to ask at Mad Maggie's. So,
we're not at Mad Maggie's, at the
at Mahadi's, yes.
Mahadi's, the Emporium, yeah. I'm gonna just search and make sure I'm not missing something else in my notes. The sand, go to Mahadi's Emporium. Figure out where the hag from Maggie's item, the sand. There was a question about sand used in forges. And it says that, okay, hang on 1 second. So this says here, where were we? Okay, so when we were in Mahadi's, Tamila, I have a note in my notes that says Tamila goes back and asks about the sand. Apparently it's used in forges, and Bell's Forge has some of the sand. Oh my gosh, we are terrible at this game, y'all. Okay, I think the sand is in Bell's Forge, based on that note. Who was I asking? I think I was asking Muhadi that. DM, can you confirm if I did I ask Muhadi about the sand and he tell us that it was in Bell's Forge?
It was either Mahadi or Bernie, maybe.
Bernie?
But somebody did say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I think you do have
Okay.
a lead on each item. So
A
you don't
really
have to use
good
a
lead
question
on
that.
each item.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I would say Tamila should definitely use her question. Maybe we just start knocking out the questions we definitely know we want to use. I think Tamila's question is really not going to get answers except from him, right?
Yeah, it might just be a non-answer too. Like there may be no way to kill a demon permanently.
Yeah.
But
he might also give you like a half answer of like, well, you can kill him for a really long time if you do this, like several lifetimes or something like that.
Well, what do you think of that? Do you like that one fine enough for me to ask?
Yeah, I mean, you deserve a question as much as any of us do.
I'm going to ask my...
That's Jimothy's answer. Havel wants all the questions to himself.
I think I'm going to ask, how do I most effectively and permanently destroy Amdusius? Is the question.
Yeah.
Permanently
He has a contract with Tiamat that will keep him alive. Convince her he is no longer needed, then kill him. He is powerful. Your group could barely handle Fechtata. Perhaps you would want to strengthen yourselves first, or get more allies.
That's okay. That's
That's a good answer.
I'm gonna say thing.
Yeah.
It's a good answer. Yeah. It is a good answer. It does lead up a whole question of like, so my understanding is like all devils, like if you destroy them, they come back, right? But it seems like maybe that's not true, and maybe you have to have a contract with an effective, like a powerful overlord in order to be reborn after you get destroyed, potentially.
In their plane of existence, they should die. So most devils, the guys you killed today, for example, they're not coming back. But if they...
only if you kill them on the material plane, do they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but powerful devils usually have a means of resurrection.
Mm-hmm. Well, I took my question.
I mean, I think the other one.
Vin have to decide.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would say this. Let's do this first. What's Pavel's number one question? Like, what's the one that he really wants to ask?
Pavel wants to find a way to get the werewolves out of El Terrell, and thereby helping everyone in El Terrell, and stranding, marooning the Selûnites in Avernus.
Right. I'll just let you know right now, Vin's probably not going to want to ask that question because he probably doesn't. He doesn't know enough. Like, I don't think Vin was involved with any of the like the vampire versus werewolves things that were happening in the city. I think he was off doing his own thing during most of those.
Well, and I feel like that's a thing, Pavel. If you really want to do that, do you want to go to El Terrell and we can just like lure them to the edge and like try to trick them into
jumping off.
I know. I feel like we
There's
we could like fight them and like drive them off the edge.
No, I think what we understand is that there are a lot of them, like a lot of them, like an army of them, and so I don't think we can just push them off. And Pavel also doesn't want them to die by falling into the sticks or falling to the surface or something like that. Pavel wants them to be like stuck down here. Like he sees them as a solution to a problem, and he just can't find the problem. And so he's trying to figure out who's got the problem that these werewolves can solve.
But what's Pavel motivated by? Just the desire to have these good, in parentheses, like good werewolves just be punished for eternity? Like, is that his sole motivation?
No, his primary motivation is that they are like turning people. They're like we got the reports from El Terrell that they're like it seems like they're attacking people and raiding and like they're creating problems for High Hall and Shield Hall, and the fact that he thinks he can deal a blow to Saloon's church is just a bonus.
Gotcha.
Well, if you want that to be Pavel's question, I don't see. If you want to do it, I would do it.
Yeah, okay, that's what Pavel's going to do. That's his top thing that he wants to know. So he's going to think to the sibriex. Who in Avernus would be capable of bringing a horde of werewolves from El Terrell to the surface of Avernus? Please list everyone and describe who they are.
Okay. All right. Raga Draga, the werebore. His army was decimated, and he's looking for new people to join his ranks. He would be very interested in werewolves. Then there is... Oh, and where is he? He was last seen far... Are we... We're still on the hex map, right?
Yep.
His lair was once here. I don't know if you can see that because it's in the dark area.
Yeah, it's off to the side. I can see it.
Yeah. But it was destroyed by Kolvik. Then there is Algaron. He has a gladiator arena. He is always looking for more slaves to participate in the arena. Then there is Fionar. Oh, hang on. I should put their names in the chat. Oops. Algaron. And then Fionar. Okay, and she is near Bell's Forge. She is a necromancer. She would be interested in their bodies. And finally, the other person that might be interested is Kola Saya. He is here. She is Golgari, and she has lost many of her fellow Gilgari. She would be looking to improve her ranks as well.
You put Gilgari in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the ping on where Colossia was.
All the way to the west.
Okay.
Contra Abyss. By your...
Yeah, just south of the gates. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very cool.
All right.
One more question for today.
The
One more
next question. The next question I have is what became of Chizikiel?
Oh, hand. So wait. So the next question is either going to be Vin's, and then the last one we're saving for Spence, right?
Yes. So, what happened to Ezekiel? I know you had like 3 other ones there.
How is Zerial using her army? What
Yeah.
lies in the plane of fire?
And the thing about the plane of fire is if we go back, and it sounds like we're going back to Mahadi's at some point, we could talk to the salamanders, I think is what they were there, and just ask that question to them.
Okay, so we can wait on that one. And I know we need to use it for serious things, but I know that Vin, there's some part of that me that just wants to do a dumb question. I'm not going to, but man, it would be like, just be like, how's your skins feel? It looks real loose and weird. No. But let's ask that. It's what was his name? It's not Giuseppe, but it sounds so much like that.
Can you describe him?
The second question.
Chaz?
Chaz.
Chaz.
Yeah.
Oh, Chaz. Yes.
Something like Giuseppe Chaz.
Yeah. Well, it's very close. Yeah. Yeah, Giuseppe. Maybe that was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I mean, we could ask what happened to Chaz. Because that might be the key. I think that might be the key to how we take down Zerial.
It might tell us something. It might tell us more about Zerial because it sounded like her chasing Jezekiel may not have been when she led the Hell Riders into hell. It may have been like way before that because it sounded like this happened in ancient times. Yeah.
Yeah.
So learning what happened to him could. I mean, the other thing that I want to know, and we can maybe ask Bell this, is what were the machinations and the mechanics of Zerial succeeding Bell as the ruler of Avernus? Like, how does that actually work? Because she didn't kill Bell, or maybe she did kill Bell, but Bell cannot simply be killed. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
So just asking him that.
I feel like Asmodeus just said you're in charge now, right? And that's all that happened.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't even that. Like, again, I think Bell would give you at least a version of that. That would be okay. I do think we ask. What was it? I'll try to put it in the chat for. What happened with Chaz? Oh, I typed it as Spinch, but you get the point.
And we think if we
Is
do
Ash
this,
just looking for information?
Right, we might be getting, like, if we ask this question, we might get insight into I mean, we might get insight into what we're just learning, what we're going to learn from the Dream Machine, from um,
That is true.
uh,
Well, but this seems like this is like pre Lulu though. Like Lulu,
yeah.
like a lot of
That is
Lulu's
true.
memories seem like it were, hey, this is when like the Hell Raiders came in. This is, if we're saying this is pre Hell Raiders, this is like pre, maybe not pre Lulu, but like something that Lulu might not be focusing on in this moment.
So Lulu definitely remembers Zariel. Can we just ask Lulu if she remembers Chaz?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure. Hey Lulu, do you remember
Yeah.
Chaziel?
Hmm.
Chaziel, whatever.
Roll for her. Yeah, she was a beautiful angel. The angel of fog.
Okay, so not so pre. So Lulu remembers pre-fall Chaz,
Mm-hmm.
not post, which is the important part that we want to know.
The Angel of Fog. That's interesting.
And
Mm-hmm.
the thing that we are doing, I don't remember what it's called, like the Bloody Citadel, the thing that the monkey is going to lead us to, that could be Ezekiel instead of Zariel.
It could, but that's why I want to know
Okay.
the end to this thing. Because like the other answer could be like Chaz actually ascended and took over like the plane of fire, or like Chaz did something crazy, because it's been a while. So like whatever you
Maybe Chaz is a new name. Yeah, but it could be anyone. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and
Good
frankly,
question. I think. Yeah.
they could not be Chaz anymore. They could have changed their name post fall. Like all of that could have happened.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's a good question. You should ask.
Yep, I put it in chat. I'm asking it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Awesome. All right. Just wanted to wait until you finish your discussion to make
Yes.
sure. All right. Okay. So this requires a lot of information. So, starting from when the cosmos was still young and the great wheel had not fully turned from primordial planar chaos, Zariel fought in the legions of heaven. She served under the command of Ashmedai, a celestial marshal who rode a golden-winged lion. Ashmedai and his legions were sent to Avernus. At this time, Avernus was the paradise. Elysium and the seven heavens both desired to add it to their realms, and so their armies clashed upon its green plains. The full tale of this clash is beyond the scope of your question, but the important bit comes at the end. In the great betrayal, Ashmedai wrenched Avernus from the grasp of both Mount Celestial and Elysium, claiming it for himself and aligning it with the 8 hells. Thus Avernus became the 9th hell. Ashmedai's legion schismed between those who remain loyal to him and those who remain loyal to Mount Celestia. Ashmedai himself became Asmodeus, and his legion of fallen angels, using Avernus as a base, conquered hell, wresting its crown from the brow of the Dark Lord Ahriman. I'll put this in chat. During this fall, Zariel's direct commander, an angel named Trizakiel, followed Asmodeus. Zariel wished to stay loyal to Mount Celestial and found this to be a betrayal, a personal great betrayal. She led a small band of angels loyal to the great heavens, and they began to march across Avernus until they faced Asmodeus himself. It was her first meeting He tested her loyalty, and she proved loyal to Mount Celestia, escaping barely with her life. Chezakiel remains loyal to Asmodeus and serves him in the realm of Dis.
So, okay, Ashmedil, I understand, in the Great Betrayal, wretched Avernus, and there was a schism, and in his legion, and when he fell, Ashmedil became Asmodeus. Chaz went with him then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
he joined him in Dis. But not running Dis, it just he's somewhere on Dis.
Yes.
Because Dispater runs Dis. That's why it's called Dis.
Yes.
And
I just want to be
that's-
sure because he like if Ashmedil became Asmodeus, there's a chance that, you know, Chaz whatever became Dis, right?
Yeah. But that's not correct, right? Or do we not know?
You don't know?
Okay. Well, either way he is on Dis, which is not anywhere near Avernus, and I don't think we need to deal with them right now.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I also understand. So Zerial attacked twice. She attacked. She fought a long time ago alongside both Asmodeus and Chaz. But then after the schism, where Chaz and Asmodeus now are in hell, she attacked once in ancient times, trying to recover Chaz. Or was it clear as to why she attacked?
Yeah, so the Hell Riders ride. Go ahead and make a history
Well,
check.
not the
Ian.
Hellriders, right?
Oh, okay.
There was a first. There was two different times, right? She first attacked and didn't fall, and remained loyal to heaven, and then she attacked again later with the Hellriders, right? Those were two different instances,
So this is all one attack.
or was it the
This
same?
was all one big battle. So in the big battle, this is aeons ago, before, you know, time was even calculated. There she fought with these angels and the celestials, and when Asmodeus betrayed both of them, he took his armies further into hell to conquer the rest of hell. She tried chasing the armies at that time to recover Chaz, and she failed, and she had to retreat.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the Legion fought to conquer hell, and Chaz went with Asmodeus. She followed
Mhm.
to rescue Chaz, but failed and remained loyal to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like centuries, if not eons after that, that the Hell Riders ascended once more, and that's when she actually fell.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
The D4
okay,
question.
so no, it's really good. Good. I'm gonna copy that into my notes. During the fall, Zero's commander followed Asmodeus. But she broke away with a small band loyal to heaven and began a long march before finally escaping. Okay. When you talk about a legion, do we have any like vibe of like how many angels there were in the legion? I mean,
Legions are a defined number.
was it a relatively small number?
I think it's big actually, like 100.
I get the impression legions are
Mhm.
huge, but
Okay.
maybe it was like literally just just a small group of these angels, and it was just like Asmodeus and Chaz versus her and like some couple more, and that's like all it was. But maybe not.
No, it was a big fight. Yeah.
No one else is important to the story, so it's
Yeah.
probably a dumb question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe the rest all died.
Yeah. She was
Everyone
a
else
small
just died.
band against a large
Hmm.
amount of angels.
Yeah.
She took on a risk and failed.
So who was the Legion initially fighting? Were they fighting devils? Like why was the Legion here before?
Yeah, I didn't
Asmodeus went?
recognize the like the other faction. So there was Celestia that wanted to conquer Avernus. What was the other faction?
Elysium, sorry.
It started with an A.
Elysium is Celestia, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Second.
That is Celestia, though, right? That's a city in Celestia. Elysium.
Yeah. So they used to be.
oh, so it was two different celestial cities fighting over Avernus.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote that right down. So Avernus was a paradise, and both Elysium and Celestia both wanted to claim it as a place.
Yep.
Is that true?
But instead,
Well, it was already in Elysium, and then they they basically, the person who became Asmodeus ripped this out and then brought it to what was the 8 hells and made it the 9th.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Like, why was he here in the first place with his legion?
He was fighting with the angels. He was an angel.
I think he was fighting on the side of Celestia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
who
betrayed
was he fighting against?
Elysium.
Sounds like
Who was he
other
fighting
angels.
Yeah.
So there were angels. So there was angels fighting other angels over
Because
Avernus.
because some were fallen and were following Asmodeus, and then some were staying to Elysium's side.
They weren't
But
fallen.
it seemed
They were.
like it was in.
This had this.
They were
This
in the
had
midst
to
of
have been.
already fighting.
This had to have been because of this happened before the primordial started to settle into what it is now. And so these angels, they're not the good aligned angels that we conceive of now. They are they're angels, but they're also devils. They're a mix of all these different things.
Yeah, they're more faction based.
You had a quote in there
really
that says,
aligned.
"Great betrayal. Asmodil wrenched Avernus for the grasp of Mount Celestia."
Yeah, so he was fighting for Mount Celestia, and
Okay.
then
So it was infighting.
Yeah, when he betrayed both
What did happen to his lion?
Celestia and Elysium to claim it for himself. So he turned on his own army by being so charismatic and having his own following. He decided it was his land and claimed it for himself, and then continued to march and was able to claim all of the hells.
Asmodeus is a badass. Holy shit.
It does seem kind of badass, don't it?
I mean, they often put Asmodeus like basically god level for a reason because like there's all this, and then even to get to him, you're fighting your way through like 8 layers of like people loyal to him just to get to fight him.
Have we ever heard of the Dark Lord Arshaman before?
That would be really like
I don't
like a
recognize that one.
footnote in histories.
The ruler of hell.
Yeah. Previous ruler. Yeah. But he's not really talked about much.
Okay. So I think what we've learned from all this is if we were ever to go seek out Chezekiel, that might be someone who could play an important role potentially in all the goings on. But otherwise, it's just insight through in her existence. So, what next? Want to get these adamantine rods? And then go get our chugga.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do we... So, it's Spinch's question is the only one that's left.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so
Okay.
I'll have to come back to it.
Yeah.
I guess, do you want to banish the blob?
Yeah, we should do that. So Spinch asks this question. Gets to ask
such
this
a good
question.
question.
Spinch?
Yeah. Spinch asked the question telepathically that you guys don't hear yet.
And then, so Pavel is going to just tell the zombie, not the zombie, the sibriex, I think this will be unpleasant, and if you resist, it might fail. I'm sure you know that already. Bye, I guess. Have a good one. And he'll raise up the nebula last banishment on the
Awesome. Okay.
sibriex.
He is choosing to fail. So you have to concentrate for a full minute, right?
Yep.
I swear, if the arcanaloth comes back,
What a time to... Would you say this happens over the course of a short rest?
I'd say your questions didn't take long enough for anything to come and find you. So yeah, you're able to spend a minute concentrating on this spell, and you think it succeeds. It's gone.
So I look around. I think it worked.
nice. It didn't murder us. I call this a win.
Yep.
You think it would have murdered
I
us
guess,
if we didn't have the banishment
100%.
ready? I mean, he seemed like offended at the idea that we thought we might not trust him. Yeah.
Really?
Well, when I was talking to him, I was like, I asked him like, okay, well, how do I know that you're not going to kill me? And he was like, I would never. And he was very upset about that. Yeah.
I believe Pavel, because why wouldn't
Yeah,
I?
but it's probably a good thing that we had that. Yeah. Thank you, Bear Nome.
Out of game, that's a lie, right? That's not really what happened.
Oh no, yeah, that 100% happened, and that was something that happened.
It's
Like,
so
the sibriex. No, I still didn't.
He's
Okay, so
exaggerating a little bit.
I still didn't trust him. I'm pretty sure that the only reason why the trade was viable is because of banishment, and we could send him home, and he wanted to go home, and if he killed me, I couldn't do that for him.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like at some point you asked if he would promise not to kill us or not to kill the arcanaloth, maybe, and like he like refused to answer the question.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
I don't know.
Remember it a little different.
There was one. You did ask if you ask your questions if he'll kill you after or something, and he says,
because like. Yeah, it was okay. Maybe he did do that. Like it was like the line was, you know, why don't why doesn't the arcanaloth take your deal and ask their 3 questions and then set you free? And he answered, because he knows that I will kill him after he sets me free. And I'm just like, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, are you going to kill us after we set you free? And he was like, no, I would never.
I thought he refused to answer you, but that's fine. That's fine. It was a good conversation though.
Yeah.
And he definitely was not interested in an outcome that didn't involve us killing the arcanaloth, so I'm really happy he answered our questions even though he got away. But. So, do you want to go fight gladiators first and then go back and do the ship and Modron at the same time, or do you just want to go do the ship and get the adamantine rods?
Yeah, so I think for Bell, we the only thing that we owed him was
might need to do the Bell thing.
Like the only thing that we owed Bell was giving him the answer of where they were, right? And he would give us Chugga and the monkey. Well, he would give us Chugga back, and then maybe we can make more deals with him. So we can probably squeeze more out of Bell if we go back to him, give him the answer, and then make a deal for us to go and get the adamantine rods. If we just take them and bring them to him and then try to make a deal, I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, I would also say it would be great if we could maybe go and see Mad Maggie at some point. So getting Chugga sooner rather than later would be good.
I'm gonna go try to check and see if I can't find where the deal we made with Bell, unless you just want to remind us, was it just the answer or was it the actual rods?
Yeah, good question. Let's see. Bell's Forge.
Bell is a bad thing to search on. There's too many words with BEL in it.
Mm-hmm. Gotta put some quotes around that.
I require adamantine's rods. I require 9 stolen by Zariel's agents.
Oh, so we do need the rods then.
Yeah.
I will give you the Bellarox. No. Okay. So I do think it is a thing, though, of like, all we really want from Bell is the rods, is Chugga, and then the sand. I think we prove ourselves useful.
Yeah, we do want our demon monkey so that we can go into the bloody citadel or whatever it's called.
At some point, yes.
Yeah. So if we go to this ship, get the rods, go back to Bell, get the monkey and Chugga, and then we can go like to Mahadi's and maybe do some things up north. It just feels like we're down here by the Modrons, and it's so rare that we get down here, but I think they need to wait.
I think we need to do the rods first, right? So we're going to have to go here anyway. I think if we want to do the Modrons real quick, I think that's fine. I think this is it, because Vin really does want to go to the Colosseum. I do not think we necessarily have time to go and do the Colosseum after getting the rods.
I don't know if we're pressed on time. I mean, other than
we're for Bell. Bell's impatience.
We are for Bell. That's the issue.
Okay.
Let's go get the rods, and then we'll message Bell telling him we have the rods, and we can kind of play from there whether or not we have wiggle room to go do the Colosseum and the Modrons and then up, or if we just have to go straight up. But let's go do the rods. We're a hex away from the rods. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you parked your car pretty far away. So you walk back to the car, and you see everyone there, just relaxing. And you hop in the car. Spinch will drive. Tamila, I'm guessing you'll survival.
I got my bike. I am going to recover what arrows I can before we leave.
Yeah,
but
go ahead. Yeah.
If we get time to take a short rest, which I would appreciate, I will do some quick healing as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 brings me to there. Short rest.
I can't recover the exploding arrows, I assume, but the fire arrows just turn into regular silver-tipped arrows, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might roll 2 hit die as well, just to get a little bit more back.
You said short rest, right? We're rolling hit
Yes.
die.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we can do one more. Nice. Okay. I can't see my cat's token, but I don't think my cat was hurt. Let's check her stuff. Ignore me. Ask you a question.
Hey, Finn, how have you been?
Oh,
Buddy?
well, I almost died only once there, so that was good.
Yeah.
How about you?
And like as you say that, and you look at Pavel. Pavel's face at first glance, it is even more pale than the normal for him. But as you look closer, you see that it's actually like the skin on his face is just all dead skin, and it's peeling off, and it's awful. And there's these like what you can only assume is like blood that has like pushed through like the surface of his skin, but it is like viscous and dark in color, and it's just he looks like an absolute mess. Having been like the finger of death, and then the lightning, and then he used his dead magic. So yeah. He looks really fucked up, but he's just like looking at you, and you can see like underneath that mask, he's like got this kind of like awkward look where he's like kind of trying to smile, but he doesn't really know what he's doing. And he's just like, I just want you to know that I appreciate you. Like every time you stun something, it like saves me from like using a high level spell, and we can do that to like message people, or maybe I can make some zombies later or something. So I appreciate that, and if you ever want me to use my magic for something, just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vin is just squinting at you and like getting more and more disturbed the more he realizes like he needs to make eye contact, but like he's like, oh man, there's so much that like around the eyes is not good. The eyes are not great. Like there's just like so much not good going on with Pavel's
and you can
right now.
And you can notice as you're doing this that Pavel is just like looking at a spot on your forehead. He's not making eye contact with you. He's just looking at a spot on your forehead.
Yeah, the fact that I would say adding to this is the fact that Pavel is just staring at this and trying to make it not awkward, and Vin is trying not to make it awkward either, but also not doing a great job.
And
thanks, Pavel. Is this a new thing with your face, or is this like a development?
What's wrong with my face?
There's a lot more peeling skin than I remember. And the blood seems a lot blacker than I remember blood being.
Pavel will just like reach up and like touch his face, and like he rubs his nose, and like there's just this big chunk of skin that rubs off of his nose, and like you can see that like underneath it is just like this gooey pulsing flesh, and he doesn't even like really react. He's just like looks at it and he's like, oh, that's and you can look. There's a moment where he's looking at it, and his like mouth like pauses, and it looks like he's about to eat it.
Ooh, yeah. Then we'll slap his hand down and be like, okay, so we're not gonna eat your diseased. You know, I don't know if we need to go see a doctor or we need you to go to get like a skin peel at a spa. That's where we're at right now.
I mean, we've got this. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure I'll just make new skin. That's what people do. Just make new skin.
Yeah, this is normal. Vin is actively trying to look out and see if he can like make eye contact with Tamila or Spinch, just to be like, I'm not alone here, right? Like this is a new concern, right?
I have something. I think you know that I have this, and I go through my pockets and I pull out a piece of paper. That's like, I think it's like ripped and like torn, and it's like at the bottom, and so it's just like this torn off piece of paper. And Pavel like sort of shows it to you, and it's the Vin story of how he got his name that was rejected.
Okay. I thought it was something different, and I was like, yeah. So Vin looks at it and be like, oh wow, Pavel, thanks.
Yeah,
paper, so nice. Is this a new spell or something? I don't.
No, this is your story. I just wanted you to know that I kept it because I thought it was important. And if you want it back, you can have it.
What story was it?
It's your story of how you got your name.
Oh right, from that place. Oh yeah, that's right. When the guard threw it on the ground, Vin will look over it and be like, Why did you felt like this was important?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I could have just told you it. I mean, thanks, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's there's something special about like the written word and putting it down in writing and memorializing it. And so, I want you to have it because it's your story. But if you would want me to have it, I would keep it too.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you can have it. I don't mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Pavel. In my mind, the written word is a little overrated. I'm an action speaks louder than words kind of person, and it's very nice. It's a very nice story, but I think the theater is an underutilized medium. So if you need me to tell the story in the future, just let me know, okay?
Okay. Do you want to like put on a play or something?
I guess. Maybe.
It's like Pavel's just like kind of like panicking now. He's
maybe we can do the play when we're not actively in hell.
Yeah, maybe we table that.
Yeah. You just find a good one.
What was the quote? Theater is an underrated art.
Medium.
Yeah, theater is an underutilized art, I think.
Underutilized.
Medium.
You both go ahead and take inspiration for this.
I have it right for the recap for Olivia next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna need a lot of explanations on this scene. Yeah. All right. Meepo.
I guess one more thing. One more thing. Then you didn't get a question for the sibriex, so if you want one, I've got a leaf, I think, that you could ask your
okay.
question to.
Scrap paper and leaves. Thanks, Pavel. No, I do know what the leaves do. No, I know what the leaves do. Do you mind? Can you just hold on to it for a little bit, and maybe when we are getting ready to go to the Coliseum, I'll ask the question then.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna forget about it later.
Okay. So, thanks, Vin. Good talk.
Yeah, thanks. I go, Meepo, and I just,
We should do this
grab
again.
Meepo and walk away.
Lahiri gives Pavel like 2 big thumbs up and a big grin. And just quietly tells you.
Is she looking all bothered by his face? How's she handling his decomposing flesh?
Skin issues.
She's worked with devils before. She hasn't worked with too many humans, so she doesn't know if this is unusual. She's fine with
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
And his face is just falling off.
Yeah.
Just fine.
I think Spinch would be very concerned. I don't know how much resources he has left, but he would definitely offer Pavel some.
I think he has at least some. He definitely has a bunch of lay on hands, and he definitely have some spell slots. But I don't know what we're going into next, so I don't know. I don't want to use too much ahead of time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like if you want to just cut to a little bit later, Tamilla's probably fussing with you, and it's like, does it hurt? And she's poking at your face and seeing how easy it's coming off. Does it hurt, Pavel?
I think it comes off pretty easy. You poke his face, he just rubbed his nose and a chunk fell up. So you poke his face and your finger goes in and you can see it peeling around your finger and falling away, and your finger's the only thing that's holding it to his face anymore.
Do you want us to peel it off so it can re-heal? I feel is it a sunburn or a scab? Do you want it off or do you want it on?
I mean, I don't. It doesn't it doesn't really hurt. I mean, I can kind of feel it, but
Go ahead and make a medicine.
Do you remember when I?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I first came back? And I told you that I felt I didn't really fit, wasn't right. I mean, it's just kind of part of that.
So, so you still feel you don't fit in your skin, but do you think you'll grow new skin that'll fit better, or
Maybe,
is this
I don't know. It's just I'm. I mean, I've been clean since then, and being clean and being dirty and being I guess this is happening. And he goes up and he accidentally peels off another chunk of skin. It's just all surface level. I don't know what else to say.
Well, if you want us to peel off all your flesh so you're a walking skeleton, I mean, I think we could probably be cool with it. It's just, I don't know, whatever makes you most comfortable. We're here for.
Yeah.
At some point, Vin, hearing any part of this, will be like, "Hey, just out of curiosity, at what point do you feel like not Sally's? Why can't I think of the skeleton's name?
The skeleton's Sally.
What?
Yeah, Sally skeleton.
Or Nebula, the skull?
No, not Nebula.
Sally or Nebula?
Sally. Sally's necklace that makes her look human. How soon do you feel like you might want to try that on and see how that helps you?
We do have extras.
I mean, if I wanted to do that, I could just Pavel takes the mask of many faces and puts it on, and then a moment later, it's Pavel.
Yeah.
And it's the Pavel that you first met, where he's always been really skinny, but he's not as gaunt as he was before. There's flesh, his hair is it's messy it was, but it's not greasy and dirty. It's just kind of fluffing up all about on his head. He's just Is this better?
I mean, the contrast is stark, but like, I mean, do you feel better and more in your skin like this?
No.
I mean, it's a disguise, right? And you're all about like shadows and disguises and shit.
I feel the same. I don't feel any different at all.
You look better.
I don't feel like you don't need to wear a hat for us, Pavel, by any means.
Don't feel like you have to wear a hat. That being said, I do like this hat a lot.
Okay, this is fine.
Well, maybe we should be on the lookout for a new body for you that you do feel more comfy in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, and
weird.
no, I want body. I want to be clear here. Body singular body, not parts.
I mean, we have those, but we have like those corpses. Like, do you maybe like one of those is better? And
well, what would I do? I don't know how to do to transfer myself into. I've never done that before. I don't know how to. Maybe I can figure that out.
I mean, you could. You. I mean, you have a good wizard friend. Can the wizard friend figure it out?
I have a couple. Yeah, we could. That's an idea. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you going to lose your ability to like to function if you keep sloshing away? Though, I mean, like if your vocal cords rot off, can you like no longer talk and cast magic?
I don't think that'll happen.
Okay, that's good then.
I mean, it's like I said, like when I came back, I feel like I don't fit. Like, you know how you can think about like your breathing, and then you can stop yourself from breathing, and then you have to like manually start breathing again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to do that with like my heart pumping sometimes, because I have to like manually pump my heart, and it's like there's all these other like parts of my body that are just there, and I never realized this before I came back. There's power in flesh and in bile and in the body, and you can it's just there and you can use it. So I take from different places, and I don't try not to do anything like too drastic, and yeah, it's fine.
It sounds like maybe you are worried. It sounds like maybe you are like afraid. That happens. Manual. But it sounds like you are afraid that if you decompose too much, you'll lose some of your power that comes from your flesh.
Well, no, I don't. Like, I think I recompose. Like, this will grow back. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Hey, when?
I just need like a good night's sleep.
Speaking unrelated to that, but kind of related to the looks thing. When was the last time you saw your parents?
I was a child.
Oh, okay. Great. So how? Well, I guess we'll have to meet your parents first. I don't know how okay they're going to be with the new body you necessarily right off the bat.
Well, maybe they could have been around and it wouldn't have happened.
That is true. I guess you can guilt trip your parents.
I feel like that's low on our priorities of.
I mean, I feel like if we don't start dealing with the easy issues right now, they're just gonna sneak up on you.
As you're
He's still having to manually beat your heart.
Yeah.
I didn't, but now I do.
Sorry, Ash.
Vin starts to see the wreck again as you approach. and it's at the base of the mountain. You don't have to go up the mountain at all. And it looks kind of like a giant sword blade. I can show you what it would have looked like when it was flying. But now it's been crashed and partially submerged, so that it's like at a 20-degree angle into the ground. And the bottom of it is like riddled with holes, so you're able to easily get into it. But you do see that there's like these 6 giant vulture things circling above it. And they look like... And you saw one in Elturel before.
We met a vulture
Oh,
demon once
boy.
before. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the gap? This thing is kind of big. Is the gap big enough that we could drive like the demon grinder inside of it, or do you feel like it's gonna have to wait outside?
So I'll take you to the map here. I have to put you on.
And really quickly, how long did we spend driving?
2 hours.
Was that 4 hours? 2 hours, okay.
2 hours.
And then does the long rest make 3 hours I could have put into a potion of healing?
Short rest, but yeah. Oh no, you used a health dice, right? So you would have been mending yourself.
Okay. So 3 hours total.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spent my hit dice. Could I have also spent that hour on like crafting a potion of healing?
No. You can't do both. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to drive the car because
So what
it's like-
exactly is the...
Yeah, there's see these are like, it's close to the
Too
fire
narrow.
planes, and then there's like this like broken bit off that's like a pipe that you could go through to get in. But you don't have the ability to drive your car up into it. And I'm assuming you're not this close because the rocks are circling. I'm just putting you on so you can see.
Yes. I'm basically
what
just
exactly is
debating
the magma
like what do we.
from?
Nope.
Sorry.
Yeah, so this
I was
No,
asking
I
what the
interrupted you.
magma
Go ahead.
yeah,
was asking what the
it's
magma was
actual
from.
magma from the mountain.
Okay, so it's like a pool of like volcanic
Mm-hmm.
magma.
Yep.
Or is this at the... Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Go ahead, Ben, what you're asking.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to think about like what we need to do with the crew of the Maggie if we jump off here and run inside.
Just put them like 10 minutes of walk away, right? And they hang out while we
go
do
in.
it. I could think we usually find them a nice like little safe place before we leave them.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, so we go and give me a survival check for.
I think we
finding
usually
a safe
take
place.
Lulu with us.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Lulu likes to go
Sure,
there.
survival.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you find
Not
a
advantage.
safe
I don't know why
place.
I'm on advantage. Just normal.
Yeah, it's
Unless
still
someone's
good.
helping me.
You find a safe place. This is
Mhm.
still closely around the fire plan, so you see the occasional fire tornado, but you found a place where the soil doesn't appear to be like mixed with that tar substance, so they shouldn't be hit with a fire tornado. And then you're able to leave them there and walk up safely. As you're walking, though, you do encounter, you hear kind of like a clicking sound, and you see the tar begin to flare up. So I need everyone to make a dex save as you approach.
Mhm.
Dex save.
That one was for Vin, and then I'll switch over for Spinch. Oh, everyone rolled well.
Nice.
I have
Well-
turned off Bless.
Oh, and I did not turn off Bless for Spinch, but 19,
Okay.
still pretty good.
Okay, except Pavel didn't roll very good. All right, so yeah,
Well, yes, unfortunately.
yeah. So it is.
There's only how many times you can die in a day.
hmm
Hopefully I roll low here. Sorry, my internet's about to crap out.
Oh no.
I don't know.
No, I want 8. Okay. So Pavel, you take 24 points of fire damage as this massive tornado of fire engulfs you. Everyone else is able to dodge out of the way.
Pavel goes down.
Spinch will immediately Spinch will immediately run over. I think at this point Spinch just needs to get Pavel a lot. So I'm giving the remaining 15 into Pavel.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm not going to be able to do much here.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the back, Squishy Wizard.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we can go back to Maggie and take a long rest and like heal up
could.
and stuff. If this is too dangerous, like Elle can wait one more day.
I've got first and second level spell slots.
Okay.
I've got I can protection from fiends, that's something. And I can twin it, I think. So that's something.
I think the fact that we're completely tapped on healing potions too. We just need to find a place to restock.
Yeah.
Mm.
But again, that's why I think like getting Maggie's back as a spot we can stop and buy things is going to be valuable because I think we can get potions there. I think we can get there's a couple. We could go to that city that the goblins were at. We can probably get potions there. We just don't have time because we have to deal with Belle's problem currently.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
are we
We can do
long
this.
resting or not?
I think we.
I
guess
can-
not.
I'm sorry. I can invisibility somebody, or spider climb somebody, or twin those. I'm not going to be too helpful in a fight, but I got the normal stuff. I do have a shadow tentacle. I haven't used my one per day. Okay, cool.
All right. Since my internet is gonna go soon, I think.
Maybe
let's
we
go ahead and
can
end
distract.
it. Oh, you have one last thing you wanna do? Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
That works. Works, right?
Sorry.
This is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you guys had fun.
This was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Excited to see how you handle this.